What is the most important aspect to a listing? It's price. It is 100% price. It is the most essential tool that you have in your arsenal to sell your home. It's so lost on so many sellers. I mean, I get it. Every seller is emotionally and financially attached to their home, and everybody wants to sell their home for the absolute top dollar. You're not special if that's what you think. But what gets lost and what drives me crazy is there's this adage in real estate that the agents say all the time. It only takes one. Well, yeah, of course that's true, because it can only take one, because it only will ever take one. Only one person is going to buy your house. You're only going to sell it to one person. So yeah, it does only take one. No crap. But they get lost in this idea that if they price their home the way that they want to price it, the price that they believe that their home is worth, there is this one person out there who will be guided by divine faith and divine light and see the home and be willing to pay exactly the price that the seller believes it's worth. It's an absolute fairy tale. And ironically, I actually use a fairy tale to explain why price is so important. Let's talk about Cinderella for a second, okay? Now follow me on this, indulge me, okay? In the fairy tale Cinderella, the prince is throwing a ball, and he's throwing a ball because he wants to find a princess. He needs to find the one. And it's a big ball, and everybody is bringing their daughters to the ball for the chance of the prince to see them and fall in love with them. Cinderella wants to go to the ball, and her fairy godmother comes down and completely sets her up. Okay, she puts her in the pumpkin coach, turns the mice into coachmen, and into the horses, and she shows up to the ball in the most amazing way possible. But the real differentiator for Cinderella, and this is how it is shown in the Disney movies and written in the fairy tale, is she walks in and she's standing at the top of the stairs in her beautiful dress and her unique shoes. And she looks unlike anybody else. And everybody in the ball is in awe of Cinderella. And so is the prince. The prince sees Cinderella, sees how different she is from everybody else, and he immediately falls in love with her. Love at first sight. Now let's roll this back and work this into real estate. All right. The ball is the market. Okay. And the prince is the buyer. And then the buyer is looking at everybody. Okay. Trying to figure out what is the one. Your home is Cinderella. Okay. And we're going to give you an amazing listing. We're going to put all the pictures into it. We're going to market it. We're going to put as much description as we possibly can. You're going to show up to the market the best way that we possibly can, just like that coach and the coachman and the horses. But once you get to the market, what is that wow factor? What is it? It's the price. It's your price. It is what, if done properly, will differentiate you from everybody else. It is what is going to entice the buyer to look at your listing first and foremost and completely fall in love. Okay. If Cinderella didn't show up in her dress and her shoes and she looked just like everybody else, is she going to get that wow factor? Absolutely not. Is she beautiful? Does she have a great personality? Sure. But the prince is going to have to go up there and meet her and kind of figure that out. And is he enticed to do so more than anybody else in the market? No. Cinderella's got a shot, but doesn't have as good of a shot against everybody else. Just like your listing. If you go out at too high of a price, that buyer's not going to pay any attention to you. So let's say you want to autocorrect. You go out to the market too high and your thought process is, okay, well, we'll just lower our price. All right. Well, what if Cinderella showed up looking like everybody else, didn't get the wow factor? So she decided to leave the ball and go change her dress and then come back to the ball. You think she's going to have the same impression as she would have had if she had gone to the market or gone to the ball in the first place in the most beautiful dress? She might get some people who are more interested. She may get some who didn't see her come in the first time and now they're seeing her in the second dress and they're like, oh, wow, she's beautiful. But you know darn well half the people in the ball are going to be like, well, I mean, oh, okay, well, it's that girl and she changed her dress. Okay, well, she must have realized that her other dress wasn't so great. You get one shot to make a first impression. And that is exactly why when you price your home appropriately, you get the most eyes on it, you get the most people vying for it, and that's when the people dictate the price. It's a pretty decent analogy.